I am making this announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Laws of the State of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meeting of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2025. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of the schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source in the Star Ledger, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in her office during the year 2025. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Karlovic.
Here.
Councilman Boyle.
Here.
Councilman Finestrella.
Here.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Here.
Councilman Morrow.
Here.
Councilman Piper.
Here.
And Councilman Scurries.
Here.
You have quorum.
I would like a motion to approve the minutes of October 1st, 2025, and the executive session of October 1st, 2025.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Piper, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. Roll call.
Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilman Giordano Paserno.
Abstain.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Piper.
Yes.
And Councilman Scurries.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, I just have one announcement that the borough is having a food drive to benefit St. Teresa's Food Pantry. Items needed are canned goods, pasta, rice, cereal, peanut butter, soup, proteins, and other non-perishable food items. And we have a bin down coming into the front hall, right?
Actually, we moved it downstairs outside of the police department
Okay.
dispatch, so this way it's more accessible
Okay.
after business hours.
Okay, it's located downstairs at the police dispatch center, which is open 24 hours, right?
Yeah, as long as they enter through the 23rd Street blue door.
Okay, enter through the 23rd Street blue door. The food pantry can definitely use your donations. Thank you. Finance report. Councilman Morrow.
Sorry.
That's okay. You're going faster than me.
We have just a timely reminder tonight that the deadline to apply for the 2024 property tax relief programs are approaching, and that date is October 31st. The programs are combined into a single application, as we've noted before. The applications for the previous programs that are in this combined application are the Senior Freeze, the Anchor Program, and the NJ Stay Program. The one application for these tax relief programs can be found on nj.gov, and as always, please call or stop by the tax office if you have any specific questions. And that's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Works, Councilman
Thank you,
Boyle.
Mayor. Residents are reminded that paper and cardboard will be collected on November 5th instead of November 4th due to a holiday closure. Commingled recycling will be collected on November 12th instead of November 11th. Leaf collection will commence on October 27th on the south side, then go into a rotational schedule with the north side being done on the week of November 3rd. Residents are reminded to keep leaf piles free of branches, pumpkins, and non-vegetative yard waste. Dead flowers and non-wooded vegetation will be accepted in leaf piles. Please refrain from parking vehicles on leaf piles and piling leaves on top of storm drains. We collected and disposed of 239 tons of municipal solid waste for a total cost of, is that $19,122. We collected and transported 97 yards of mixed vegetation for a total cost of $2,280. Collected and transported 28.6 tons of loose commingled recyclables for a total cost of $2,104.50. Free bulk pickups have been concluded for 2025. Residents still have the option to pay for a la carte bulk drop-off or pickup at the Borough Clerk's office. We welcome several new members to the Kenilworth DPW crew, which now brings us up to full strength for serving our two communities with greater speed and efficiency. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Safety, Councilman Finestrella.
Thank you, Mayor. Not much to report this month. Between now and our next meeting, there will be Halloween on October 31st, which is a Friday. Just want to make sure everybody is mindful and make sure that they keep an eye on kids crossing the street and keep the speed limit down and be very mindful of darting children because things do happen. And then on Sunday, November 2nd at 2 a.m. Will be daylight savings time, so we'll get darker earlier, and kids will be walking the streets and sidewalks in the dark, so just be mindful and careful. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Councilman. Planning and zoning, Councilman Scarice.
Thank you, Mayor. Our planner Kevin's a little behind on things, but what we do have is the subdivision on that house that was catty corner on Monroe Ave is, that's late. He's late on, I guess, some paperwork. Puglisi application to convert garage into some living space. Was late due to his illness. Onyx came in with a new site plan, which is in review with Kevin. And 158 North 9th multi-unit is still in review with Kevin. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you, Councilman. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Piper.
Thank you, Mayor. The fire report for September 2025. During the month of September, the fire department responded to 32 calls. During these incidents, the fire department traveled 93 miles and utilized 122 man-hours. The fire department rescue squad responded to 34 calls, traveling 389 miles, and utilized 120 man-hours. During the month of September, the fire department and rescue squad completed 68.5 hours of training. The additional man-hours utilized: administrative, 264, stipend, 1,364, building maintenance, 20, rescue squad administrative, 8. So the total calls for the month were 66. Total miles traveled were 548, and the total man-hours were 1,966.5. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Health, Education, and Welfare, Councilwoman Giordano Picerno.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to say I have the honor and privilege today of becoming an official member of the Kenilworth Rotary Club. It's a great organization. A lot of great people are part of it, and I'm learning all the nuances of the Rotary, and I'm encouraging anybody who's interested to either, you could go online, there's a website, there's a Facebook page, give me a call, I'll point you in the right direction, especially if you want to become a member. We meet every Wednesday at 12 o'clock for an hour, discuss all new events that we're planning for different organizations, and I just think it's a really great...
Say hi, Mommy.
And Doug wants to be our next member.
I have my report in my photos, and I deleted it, and it went to the next picture.
That's okay.
Me and my dog.
That's okay. So anyway, I would just say, if anybody's interested, reach out. And once you're a Rotary member in Kenilworth, you're a Rotary member everywhere in the world. So
We'll drop the application off to you.
it's
Doug.
great. So I'll start with the Health Department. Leonie has officially left as of the 26th of September, but we have a new hire, and she will be at the October 23rd meeting. The rabies clinic is scheduled for Saturday, December 13th at the firehouse from 10 to 12. Board of Education, we had our first strategic planning meeting last Wednesday at Brearley. It was great. About 55 people attended, staff, residents, whether you have kids in the school or not, were there. And it was, the first part was listing strengths and challenges of all of the schools, the Board of Ed in general, and collaborating with ideas, how to make it better, what can be changed. So the next meeting is Wednesday, November 12th at 6:30. Anybody can come, you can still sign up. There's only 3 meetings, so there's 2 more. I urge whoever would like to get involved to come. Brearley's football team has won 4 in a row, and tomorrow night is the 5th game. They're looking to make a 5-peat. So that will be tomorrow. It's also the annual homecoming game, which the King and Queen will be crowned, and it's senior night for football, cheer, band, and color guard. The Harding students are participating in the National Walk to School Day on October 22nd. They are meeting here with the mayor and Chief Campanelli at 8 a.m. on October 22nd, and everybody's walking to school. So if you'd like to participate, meet the mayor here on at 8 o'clock. And Chief Campanelli and Superintendent Davies are working on an educational program for e-bike safety. Everybody sees everything going on with these kids with e-bikes, so they're going to be working on that. An email went out to all the parents over the weekend, and they're going to plan a couple of assemblies for middle and high school students in November, and a bike rodeo that will include the Harding students in the spring. For the library, one of our staff members there, Robin, who's been there, I believe, over 30 years, has announced she's retiring. She's the Children's Services Coordinator. She'll be there through the end of December. There's a lot of different celebrations planned to honor her time and dedication to the library, one of which will be December 11th at the library for all community members to come in and out. Applications have been posted. An application posting went out. It closed on the 10th. Many people applied. However, if somebody didn't realize there was a position available and would like to apply, I would urge you to reach out to Lorraine, who is our library director, and see if you could still submit your application. They are planning an October 23rd Build a Skeleton hand as a STEM program from 4 to 5:30, and a Halloween celebration 7 to 8 o'clock the same night, October 23rd. And there will also be a German Heritage celebration on October 21st at 7 o'clock. Councilman Morrow, for the seniors, touched on my first topic there. Make sure you get your applications in by October 31st for your property tax relief application. And on October 22nd, there will be Coffee with a Cup at the Senior Center at 1 o'clock with Chief Campanelli and possibly a couple of officers to talk about safety and some other issues. And don't forget, there's Boo on the Boulevard, and everybody will be out in full force to welcome our students on Friday, Halloween. And that's it. That's all I have.
Can I get a date that you mentioned at the beginning, the rabies vaccination?
December 13th. It's Saturday, December 13th at the Firehouse, 10 to 12.
Thank you. Laura, I remember we had an issue last year with the timing of the event and the renewal of the licenses, that the expiration of the shot was going to be before the license.
December date is perfect.
So this one will work? All right,
Yes.
great, so perfect. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Mayor.
Hi, Kristen.
Today, I believe the 2025 roads, which includes Monroe Avenue, and the parking lot improvements are being awarded in a resolution. The walking path, as I said last meeting, is scheduled to start construction later this month, first week of November. And the sidewalks have been put out to bid into the newspaper, so we should be looking forward to getting those bids in. And I believe you also asked last time about the walking path, I believe near the boulevard.
Right.
And we're probably going to try to look to see if one of the contractors that we're currently working with now might be able to add that, as opposed to putting that out to a contracted
Okay.
bid, so it'll be cheaper.
Okay, great. Do you have any time frame on that?
We're currently discussing it with some of the contractors. right
Okay.
now.
Sorry, Christian, and Ken, maybe you can help out with this too. I thought tonight we were approving the parking lots, or voting on the parking lots, I should say, not necessarily Monroe, unless I'm missing something. Is that going to be a separate resolution, or did we need to include it here? Yeah. I'm not seeing it on 20.
Or was that was it's called the 2025 NJDOT roadway improvements?
Yeah, this is specifically talking about the lots.
Was that,
Was that the change order we were waiting on?
no, that was something different. I believe I sent a recommendation.
226? No, 226.
No, that's a veterans thing.
I have 226.
This is paving projects,
No.
but I don't see 26.
226 is the paving, 227 is the veteran.
Yeah, I just don't see Monroe on the paving. If we meant to do that in this one, and that's the price, wonderful. If not, I'd like to-
I'll confer with Laura. I can see if she got my letter. But I did make a recommendation for it to be, well, we did get bids for that project.
All right, and we should confirm that what we're going to vote on tonight is not going to include Monroe? 'Cause
Yeah,
I wanna make
if
sure
it's not under-
102,000 that we're going to authorize if this goes through, what does it include?
That's just the parking
We'll have a
lot.
separate one for Monroe.
Yes.
Which order municipal? You got this one here,
You
around this building? and
You
by
have the
VFW?
parking lot across the street.
Police department.
You have the parking behind the detective bureau. You have the parking lot behind here, and then next to the recreational building.
So it does not include the VFW lot?
The VF,
That was just done.
that was done
That was just
previously.
done.
Oh, it's already done, all right. All right, I haven't been there, all right. Good, I just want to make sure.
It looks great.
Christian, may I ask, lately I've been traveling on Market Street for some reason and noticing it's horrendous between Fake Two all the way to the boulevard.
That's all the utility company.
They're going to open the whole road up,
Yeah,
so we have to wait.
yeah,
They have more work to do, that's why they haven't paved it.
yeah.
I'm going to quote a resident on this one. It's like driving on the moon. I thought it was a hysterical.
It is very true, it is.
Drive it every
Well, we never drove on the moon, but we
Can
assume
imagine.
it might be very similar.
I believe there's several utilities working on that, not just
Yes, the
one.
gas company and the
And-
electric company.
Yes.
Well, they got to pay curb to curb.
Yep.
when they
Yes,
rip it
they
up.
do, and they will.
Yes.
Well, that's another thing, they got to run a new sewer line there, don't they, for the development that they haven't started yet? There's only a 12-inch main, and my understanding is that they had to run a bigger one. It was never designed for...
I never heard of that.
I'd have to look into
Never heard
that.
that?
No.
Maybe we should. See if it's just only 12 inches. Would 12-inch handle it?
I'd have to look into it. I'm not familiar with
Because I'm
that.
just saying, you wouldn't want to rip it open again.
Yeah.
This seems to be New Jersey style. One quick question. Did you guys ever get a chance to look at that pipe on, over by 6th Street to see if it's collapsed or not?
I'd have to look into that. I'm not,
Right with,
Christian wasn't part of that conversation.
oh, did you
It was
know?
Tony and myself.
Yeah, I just don't know if it was passed around. You guys didn't do it yet? I figured, you have the camera, Greg, or do they have their own?
Yeah, we just got to get out there on camera. Right now, we looked, you can see daylight, but we can see daylight, we just got to get the camera in there now.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
So we know
just
there's no
curious.
blockages. We just got to.
Yeah, it's not blocked completely, but, okay. By the way, it was noticeable that recycling got picked up like very early today, caught people off guard. So that's good. That's a good sign.
We were able to sit down 4 trucks, that's why.
Yeah, and
That's great.
so it was good to hear something positive about the DPW.
I hear lots of positive things. Anyone have more questions? Christian? Okay, thank you. Bill, CFO.
Thank you, Mayor. We're currently working on the annual best practices that is due on next Friday, and then you guys will discuss it at the following meeting. We'll have to submit it on Friday, and we're allowed to formally discuss it the very next meeting, so that's what we will do. Couldn't get it done for tonight, I apologize. That's all I have.
Thank you. Borough Attorney.
Nothing for the public session, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Borough Administrator.
Year 52 of the Community Development Block Grant is open. The county launched a new portal for submittals, which we're working on, and there will be a resolution on for the November 5th council meeting to prioritize the submittals. 2026 RFPs for professional services have been advertised and posted to the borough website. They're due by October 24th at 11 a.m. Fiscal year 2026 NJDOT grant period is open for roadways, and I'll be working with the engineers to prepare the application for that submittal in time for the December 17th deadline. Election day is November 4th at David Burley Middle High School. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Early voting options are available via the drop box out in front of the Recreation Center. And the county has assigned 11 early voting locations. You can find that on unioncountyvotes.com. Also on the Borough Facebook page, Borough of Kenilworth, New Jersey, announcements and notices. And I do have something for executive session.
Okay, thank you.
Speaking of Dropbox, if we had to move it, you have to get the county to
We
move that?
cannot move that.
I'm saying the county has to do it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Next for council consideration is the consent agenda consisting of resolutions 25-225 through 25-231.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Councilwoman Scarice, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Pissarro. Roll call?
Resolutions 25-225 through 25-231 have been approved by one motion. All items will be reported individually in full in the minutes. Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Pissarro?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
And Councilman Scarice?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, I'd like a motion to open the floor to the public.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Councilman Piper, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Pissarro. Does anyone have anything to say for the good and well-being of Kenilworth? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening, Mayor, board members, and council people. Stephen Hale, representing, as you know, CoreWeave. I was before the planning board, and we see on the consent agenda, you adopted the resolution designated. I have Mike Terlizzi. If you recall he spoke at the planning board. If you recall, they acquired approximately 40 acres of the Merck Shearing Plow site, and we were before the planning board to convert the former lab into a data center, and they're looking forward to working with the borough. I thought Mike just might want to say a few words on behalf of CoreWeave.
Welcome.
Thank you. Honor, again, to come before the board. I'm Mike Terlizzi. I run our data center operations globally, so site selection, design, and construction for CoreWeave. We have roughly 40 data centers across U.S., Canada, Spain, England, Norway, and Sweden. We're not a data center operator. We are a specialized cloud computing company. So we build supercomputers. My job, I'm merely a means to an end. So I'll build the data center, and then we'll install the network, storage, and compute to deliver a supercomputer that will be, when we launch here in June of next year, will be one of the most advanced supercomputers in the world. This project is especially important to CoreWeave. We are a New Jersey-based company. Our founders started out in the crypto mining business as a hobby, taking these GPUs in their grandfather's garage and, mining cryptocurrency. Their second property was actually on Carnegie Ave, I believe, here in Kenilworth, where they rented a warehouse to do the same. So to be able to do this at scale, super important. To me, it's important because I've been in the industry for 30 years. Been at CoreWeave 19 months, and when I got here, we would just lease data center space from operators. This is our first design, build, and operated data center, and it was important to do it in our own backyard. We're headquartered in Livingston. So the acquisition of the property is a testament to that strategy where we want to land and expand. So we do this first build, we'll deliver a 40-megawatt supercomputer, and we're working on what's next for the balance of the land that we've acquired.
Well, we're welcome to Kenilworth, and we're happy that you're here. We wish you lots of success and look forward to partnering with you. And I appreciate you coming out today.
That's my pleasure.
Can I ask you one question, if you don't mind? A data center of that size, knowing what you know and building these before, how many employees do you expect to bring into a building like that?
Yeah, so for this building, we'll be roughly 30. So we'll typically average maybe a half to 3/4 of a full-time equivalent per megawatt is typically our rule of thumb.
So again, half to 3/4.
That's our model. So again, we're building supercomputers. A data center operator is going to build a data center for general consumption because they want to appeal to many different verticals. which leads to a very inefficient design, and they don't offer the level of service that we do. We're purpose building exactly for our supercomputer, so we'll be highly efficient. So the overhead from a power perspective is marginal as compared to these other data center operators, but we're actually operating a significantly amount more of infrastructure because we have all that network storage and compute to tend to, and not just the air conditioning and the electrical that's required to run a data center.
I think it takes more than 30 people to run the DPW.
Those are on-site
This is
people. Now,
different.
we have network engineers that are off-site. We have a global command center, actually, that we're going to house in the building in Kenilworth. So that will be one monitoring point for our entire global portfolio, right? So big plans there, but there's an army of people behind, and supporting our entire portfolio, but those are our on-site resources.
I have one more question for you. Thank you for that great answer. We love to see the development and the building going on in town and everything, and I'm curious, with the supercomputing and all the things you're mentioning, usually a short shelf life on the technology. So I'm just wondering, what you build a supercomputer, is that something that iterates now for the next 20 years, or is it that you're replacing it and building new things at the site?
So the data center infrastructure is designed for us to have flexibility, and be able to optimize its usable life. So that equipment will have usable life that will be 15, 20 years, and then some for some of the generators and electrical switchgear, or even beyond that. The actual tech probably has a usable life of 6 to 7 years. So we can have this supercomputer and lease it to one customer, and that could be, our customers are pretty well known, major operators, or we can offer it to 20 different customers where we carve out the compute capacity for just general consumption. But our design allows for a refresh, right? So we've allocated space, and it's really that space we install our next generation of GPUs, and I'm just porting the backplane power and cooling over to those GPUs as I retire the other ones. As I retire the other ones, I can then backfill with new GPUs and keep that process.
Okay, I'm leading to just understanding the bandwidth needs of the construction department and everything here, and it sounds like there will be a cycle where you may have to do some infrastructure type of changes to do your moves, and
Yes,
it seems like it's a 5-year.
There'll be, again, on the major components of the infrastructure, not so much. So any of the chillers that we would have, or the generators, or the switchgear, that stuff stays, right? It's modular. What changes is what we call in the white space. So on that computer floor is where we may need to do some reconfigurations. Yeah, right. Or, all of this stuff is liquid cooled, meaning that we're actually taking water and flowing it through the servers and over the chips. We're not just blowing a bunch of cold air at something and making it super inefficient. So those technologies, the GPU refresh, there's a new reference architecture every 6 or 9 months, right? NVIDIA will come out with the next stage and what is it that we want to build. But it's, and it keeps us designers and builders on our toes. But again, I think from a local construction standpoint, it's what else can we develop on the site, that is, one of the many reasons we chose this particular property.
Excellent. Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for all the answers.
Thank you.
Quick question. When you count, like, say you need 30 people or whatever people, you guys are fully staffed, or is there maybe looking for local?
No. Like I said, we will likely start. So we broke ground, which is great. We're under construction. We will start bringing in the operators of the data center, so the electrical and mechanical staff, just after the new year, and we will be ramping up our technical support and security staff probably in March. So, and we've done a lot in some of our more remote locations going into schools. We actually develop training curriculums. We engage with military organizations and bringing folks that are coming back into civilian life and bringing them into our data centers. So, those jobs will be posted, and we're early on. We're kind of just through the demolition phase and doing some site work, but once we start swinging hammers and getting the infrastructure installed, that's when we like to have our operators as part of that so they can see it during the construction process.
So that's around March, you're saying?
That will be
Roughly?
around January, and then our data center technicians, so as we progress the infrastructure, right, then we start into that white space or the computer room area, then we'll start bringing in the data center technicians that are actually going to be hands-on on the compute, right? They will never touch a UPS or a generator, that's the other folks who come on early.
Okay, thank you.
Being in the financial industry, and I know how we have our clients' data, and make sure there's no malware, watch what you open on emails. You must have a tremendous firewall, malware protection.
That is well beyond my depth, but yes, that's in the CISO organization, and I'm just the physical layer guy.
AI can't do what you do.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Well, again, it's a pleasure to be. I
Thank
thought it'd
you.
be
Thank you so
great
much.
that we, again, wanted to be here on the night that you were adopting the resolution of designation. We're going to be working with your attorney and Mr. Nelson to finalize the redevelopment agreement, and look forward again to
Great.
moving forward.
We do as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
You too. Anyone else? Okay. Seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the floor for public discussion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Fenestrella, seconded by Councilman Scurries. Okay. I think we can do the general business after. We'll do the executive session now, since the professionals are here.
We're taking any action afterwards.
Right. The council has need to enter into executive session. There will be no formal action taken after executive session, so everyone knows. I'd like a motion to enter executive session.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Boyle, seconded by Councilman Piper. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Thank you, everyone.